Call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. And I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. But it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Yeah.
Now, the music video you just watched in there was filmed using the ambient light from the Newer RGB2 stick light. I mean, I've never used Newer before. This is my first time, but I'm really impressed at the ambience of the light. It's not just the colors. Sometimes some lights just give good colors, but it's the quality of light that I really like about this. I think it's going to be in my arsenal for a long time. In the box, what you have the light itself. In the middle of that, you have the accessories and a handle. So basically, this handle is to be attached to the light itself underneath. Would set that up in a minute. And then you also have in there, you have a casing. There are actually two casings that you can use to on the edges of the light itself. Also in there, you have a USB-C, Type-C cable to a USB-A cable in there. So all that comes in the accessory. I mean, I think what I love the most about it is actually the way it's built. Besides having the light in itself, it has these panels, these two panels by the side. And I think this is what makes it unique, because without the panels, the light source would just disperse all over the entire place. But with the panels, it directs the light to a particular position. So here it is. Now, another good thing I love about this light is you can actually remove the light from the panels. All you have to do is, it has this open slot here where you can just push that open, and then you bring the light in itself out. So if you don't want to use the light with the panels, you can actually bring the light out itself. It's pretty clean and straightforward. I like the build. The build is heavy, doesn't feel like something very cheap. Okay, so now let's have a look at the features of the light itself. The Newer RGB2 is actually an upgrade from the RGB1. So apparently they had the first version, which I don't think I've ever used that before. But this is an upgrade from that one. Now, the Newer RGB2 is a 20-watt light. It has 18 light effects. I mean, tons of light effects are available in here. And it also has a temperature of 2,500 Kelvin all the way to 10,000 Kelvin. I mean, I have a truckload of lights in there, but I don't think I have any light that actually spans to 10,000 Kelvin. In terms of power, when it's fully charged, it can give you 100 minutes of usage time. That's like 1 hour, 40 minutes. It also has fast charging and a wireless control, meaning you can also control the entire lights using the Newer app. So let's dig in a little bit more into the controls on the body of the Newer RGB2 itself. Now, to power on the light, all you need to do is hold on to the power button for like 3 seconds and it comes up automatically. As you can see, it's already blasting the light in there. Now, it has basically 3 modes in which you can use the light. You have the CCT mode, which is basically warm white and fluorescent. You also have the HSI mode, which is the hue, saturation, and intensity. And then you have the effects. Now on the body here, to move from one mode to the other, you use the M mode. Now there's the power, there's the M mode, and then you have this arrow that goes up and down. That's also a mode of selecting. Then you have the minus and the plus. Then finally on top you have the lock. So also it has this very intelligent hue picker on the side of the body here. Let me change this mode so you get to see. Hold on a minute. Good. On the side of the body, you see this gradient of lights. When you, right now it's on CCT, but it's so intelligent that if I touch it, it changes mode immediately to HSI mode. Now, look at that. Can you see that? Now let's change back to CCT, which is the white and one white. Now on the display, you have 3 digits. You have 10, 0, and you have 55. Now the 10 on top is actually the intensity of the light. It's at 10%, that's why it doesn't look so strong. But from here, we can actually increase the intensity all the way to 100. There you go. So this is the brightest. Oof, wow, that's powerful. This is the brightest. Now let's drop this down to say, I would like say 50%. Okay, good. Now this is 50%. On top of the mode, this stuff that looks like 2 arrows, if you click on that, it makes you move from one mode to the other. So using this is the only way you can move from intensity of the light to the color of the light to the next mode. Now, if I push it all the way down, notice there's a blue marker here. So that blue point is what tells you which mode you are on. Right now we are on 5500 Kelvin. Now, if I increase using the plus or minus, we can actually move all the way. Yeah, now we're on 10,000 Kelvin. If we bring it down again, we can actually go all the way down to 2,500 Kelvin. As you can see, this is now warm white. So that's basically how you move from both settings. If we click on the mode one more time, now we move to the HSI mode, which is the hue, saturation, and intensity. And like I said earlier, you can control the colors of the lighting from the side. But if you want to dial into specifics, you can also use the dials here. So take, for example, the intensity is at 100 right now. If we use this, we can actually reduce it back again. Let's bring it down to like, say, 50%. Yeah, now at 50. Now the next mode, if you click on this again, it's just below the minus sign. If you click on this again, it shows us the saturation. So you can increase the saturation or desaturate it. Right now it's at 87. So let's bring it down. See, it's now looking a bit pinkish. But if we increase it, the intensity of the red really pops out. Now, good. Now it's red and it's really, out there. So let's drop it back again to like 80%. Now the hue, it says 360. You can manually decide you want to reduce it. See? So now it's moved from red to pink. So you can dial into a specific color if you want to. Otherwise, you can just use the sides and move from side to side. And basically that's all there is in terms of controlling the lighting itself. Now, one of the interesting ways of using this light is when you use it with the app. It actually gives you more access to the functions of the light besides you using the controls on the body. Now, the Newer app is available in the Play Store and the App Store. Now, I'm using an iPhone, so if you're using an iPhone, all you have to do is type Neewer. You see, most times you may see 2 options. There's Newer and there's Newer teleprompter. Do not pick that teleprompter. What you're looking for is the Newer light itself. So if you click on that, you would see this sort of like bluish color with a round white light. That's exactly what you're looking for. I've downloaded mine and I've installed already, so I'm just going to click open. Now, as you can see, it's the moment you do that, once you download the app, once the light is on, it automatically syncs. So there is no need for you to be clicking on any Bluetooth button or thereabout. As you can see, mine now, it's set already and it can see the light, and the light is on. So all you need to do is click on it. Now, it gives you tons of options. The options available on the mobile app is just crazy. Right now, I'm in CCT mode, and basically what you're looking at is 3 settings. You're looking at the brightness, CCT, and GM. Now, the GM is actually tone. It deals with the tone of the light. So right now, the brightness is at 40%, and we're at 5,300 Kelvin. So I can push it all the way down to 2,500 Kelvin. See, it changes automatically on the light, and I can move it all the way to 10,000 Kelvin. Next to that, let me show you some of the settings on the phone. You have the CCT, you have the light sources, you have the source match, you have the CTOB, you have the HSI, you have the RGB, you have the picker, you have the effects, you have the effects picker, and then finally you have the effects music panel. Now let's take it from the top. Now the CCT is a bit straightforward. I just showed you that a few seconds ago. Now you also have light sources. Next to that you have source match. Now this is one portion of the app that I really like. Now with the source match, the way it works is it works by color. It has 2. But with the source match, it's basically giving you the opportunity to be able to point your phone, that is the app, to a specific light, and it will pick that light. Now, and it's not going to do that in RGB. It's going to do that in CCT, meaning warm white and fluorescent. So let's say we start again, and I look for, okay, good, look at that light up there. This. Now all I need to do is click on it. Look at that. It changes automatically. So, I mean, this is very, very intelligent. If you're looking for a light source you want to emulate in maybe your recording or your shooting, instead of you thinking, okay, how am I going to get this light? You're guessing, just point it to the source and you're good to go. Now, the next one is the CT/B. Now, it gives you a few settings. If you scroll down, you notice you have tons of CTB settings to pick from, and these are just variations of the light in itself. The next setting is the HSI. What I like about this is it actually gives you a sphere of colors which you can move from. So right now it's on blue. If I move it, it goes to green, to red, purple, back to blue. If I take it to the center, it's not that much colorful, but if I push it to the edge, the colors are defined. So here you can also pick the lights yourself if you don't want to control it from the light itself. You also have the RGB, you have the red, the green, the blue. You can move the sliders as you want. Next, you have the picker. Now, this is the one I really, really like, because with this now, you can pick any color whatsoever. Now, if you look at my mouse pad, it's sort of like purple-ish. All I need to do is take my phone and point it to that color, click on that color, and automatically changes. I mean, how cool is that? That is so, so cool. Now, let's pick another color. Say, okay, look at that Rubik's Cube all the way down there. It has like different colors. I'm going to pick the one that is red, and hopefully this is going to change. Here we go. Fantastic, look at that. So with this, it just saves you a ton of stress. If you're looking for a specific color around you that you love to use, all you need to do is just point your phone to the color picker and pick the color and you're good to go. The next setting is effects. Now, of course, with effects, you now have access to the entire 18 lighting effects on the app itself. Feel free to pick anyone. Like I said, it has paparazzi, lighting, music. It has tons of stuff in there that you can actually use. A few of the effects are actually interesting. There's one called music. Now, if you slide to the music, see? It's responding to sound. Oh man, that is so dope. Look at that. Yo, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, FLO. This stuff is fun, trust me. Now, next to that, you have the effects picker. It's very similar to the first color picker. And lastly, you have effect music. Now, basically what this does is if you click on play, it has this play button. If you click on the play button, basically you see it shows you this like sine wave of colors. And basically what it's doing, it's responding to sound. So as I'm speaking right now, you can notice that all the colors are changing. So this is good for a party, or if you just basically want some effects in your shots, this works perfectly well. Let me move it back to CCT. And that's it. So you can switch it off as well. Another thing on the app that I like is the fact that you can save all your settings. And that's basically everything about the app. Pretty interesting, I must say. Okay, one thing I forgot was to actually, I don't even know how that skipped my head, was to speak about the charging. Now, it charges via a USB-C slot. Okay, there you go. So it charges via a USB-C slot here. I don't even know how that skipped my mind. I guess I was too excited about the light to speak about that. And basically that's it about the Newer RGB2 stick light. In terms of pricing, it goes for, as at today, it goes for $139.99. Really, it goes for $140. As at today that I'm making this review. And the question you'll be asking yourself once again is, who is this light for? I think this light is good for music videos. I think it's good for product pictures if you want to create an ambience. I think it's also good for product reviews like this, to sort of like use behind. Anywhere you would need colors, I think this is colorful enough for you to use. And I think it's a good light. Majority of the features, I'm actually impressed by majority of the features, especially the slide on the side, how you can move the light, and the fact that it has a color picker that I can point. I don't think I have any light, or I've come across any light that can give you the capacity to pick the color of a light by just pointing the app to that. I think that's very intelligent. And once again, I had the privilege of getting this light from CAMERAjOINT. CAMERAjOINT is my one-stop shop for everything cinematography and photography. In case you're out of the country, you can actually get them online. All you need to do is go to camerajoint.ng and you can book. And guess what? They can send it to you anywhere you are in the world. Yep, anywhere you are, CAMERAjOINT to send your product to you. Except in heaven, though. Okay, and I think besides that, that's all we have for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like the video, drop a comment, and subscribe. If you have not subscribed, don't just watch, subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next video. All right? Ciao.